Hi, everybody. Again, this is Little Egypt, and today I have in front of me Short Sleeve Sampson. So excited that you're here. And last year you were inducted.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about, were you surprised that you got that you were nominated? Was that all a surprise to you, or did you know it was coming?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much, Little Egypt, for having me on. I definitely appreciate the time and everything.
You're so sweet.
No, thank you.
You can stay 2 more minutes.
Sweet. Great. So I'll just use those 2 minutes to show my appreciation. Just keep saying thank you. You know what I mean? No. Yeah, so like you mentioned, last year I was inducted into the men's active wrestler, and I was blown away. I have to admit. I mean, there's so many different honors and different forms of appreciations, whether it's a title belt or a plaque or whatever type of recognition. But for me personally, like I look at the Cauliflower Alley Club as being the umbrella of all of wrestling. It's not a promotion that's running it. It's not a group that's sponsoring it per se or whatever. And it encompasses every single wrestling promotion that there is in this business today all over the world. So first of all, to be even acknowledged in that way, secondly, awarded in that way, and then on top of it, for me personally, the one thing that I wanted to try to establish with my career that would make me stand out was not to be the cliche midget wrestler, but rather to be a wrestler who happens to be a midget. And with me receiving the men's award, it wasn't a midget award.
No, it wasn't.
And so, yeah, I mean, I know when I got the phone call, I hung up the phone, and I think I bawled my eyes out, honestly, for like an hour. Because it's like, all the accomplishments, all the hard work, all the sacrifices, it's like, wow, I think I actually did it.
Right?
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to chat with you really quick. Personally, like when we talk about the word midget, okay, in this industry, it's
midget.
It's midget.
Midget.
You're a midget wrestler.
Midget wrestler.
I love midgets.
Yep.
I want to wrestle a midget. That's my thing.
Okay, we can book this.
Where I make my mistake is like out in the real world. And I'm like, oh, midget. I mean, shit, little person. Like, I mean, are you offended?
Is that hyphenated shit, little person?
I mean, do you get offended when someone calls you a midget that's outside of the wrestling industry?
I mean, I think sometimes we get so caught up on political correctness and terminologies and the do's and don'ts and everything like that. I guess, for a child to, if I'm at the grocery store or something like that and a kid goes, hey, mommy, look, there's a midget over there. How are you going to be offended by something like that?
Right.
It's no different than saying, hey, mommy, look, there's a giant over there. Or, there's somebody with red hair or freckles or somebody has one leg or a whole bunch of tattoos. You're just acknowledging that person.
Right.
So no, I don't personally find any offense in that. If anything, that's why for me, with my career and everything, the one thing I have done is I've embraced it. My catchphrase, it's midget time. I promote, I'm a midget wrestler. I have a promotion, it's called Midget Wrestling Warriors, because it's always been midget wrestling, to try to change it in any type of way, to try to have it fit in this nice, cute little box that can be politically accepted by society, we're just hurting ourselves. And it's like we're going to sit there and say, it's little people wrestling?
Yeah. It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I mean,
right.
Who's going to want to come to a wrestling show with seeing that advertised? They're going to think they're going to see 12-year-olds in the ring.
Right.
Or do we sit there and, the ring announcer go to the ring and say, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our special attraction, vertically challenged wrestlers. No, it's midget wrestling. I mean, I remember about 8 years ago, WWE tried to bring on a midget wrestling division that I was a part of, calling it the Juniors. It didn't catch on.
That sounds freaking awesome, though. I can't believe it, because midgets generally in wrestling history, along with women, were the draws on a card.
Yep.
So, like, what? Wow. So I wonder what happened there.
It just didn't catch. I mean, basically, as quick as it started, a few weeks later it ended, and You know, and the thing with that too, I think what happened is that everybody had a different idea of the direction the promotion should go into.
I see, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Johnny Ace had one idea, the agents had another idea, the story writers had another idea, and it just kept on, like two rams battling each other, clashing like crazy.
Right, right.
So, and it's too bad, but no, it's midget wrestling.
Well, tell us a little bit about your life now for the people that are watching you. I mean, this is like a behind-the-scenes feel of what, what your real life is. Because most people, when they see wrestlers, they have this preconceived notion of, entertain me, you're here for me. Like, I want to laugh at you, I want to be admired by you. It doesn't really matter, but it's preconceived. And now this is our chance to say, hey, we have families.
Yes.
And we love each other. So tell us your story.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm blessed. I have a great wife that I've been married to for almost 15 years now.
Wow.
I have a 12-year-old daughter,
Wow.
which in this business, to be even married that long is a very rarity,
Right.
because of the fact that we're traveling so much, we're away from our family. Not only do we have to make sacrifices, but we have to expect our families to accept these sacrifices. When I'm on the road, my wife is a single mother.
Yeah.
And it makes it really, really difficult. And then when I am home, not only am I trying to be a husband and a father, but now I'm trying to promote my personal career, my company, as well as, everyday living in life and stuff. And it's hard work.
Yeah.
It really, really is. I mean, the fans are awesome, and they support the wrestling production part of it that they see
Right.
for those 2 hours during a show. But everything that goes on before that can even take place. It's hard. It's a lot of sacrifices, and but at the same time, for me personally, I love what I do. I feel blessed that I'm able to do this. The one thing that I always think of is I would never have an opportunity because of my size to be drafted by the NBA or to be in the NFL.
Are you kidding me?
I don't make a height requirement.
I didn't even know there was a height requirement.
I don't know, but they always look for very tall guys to be in there.
See, they're missing it because you could go through the legs.
I
mean,
could. I mean, totally. I know. Can you see me? I could be the running back. You know what I mean? I just line up right underneath the center. You know what I mean? They're all, I mean, can you imagine, first and goal and everything? Come on, everybody's going up. I'm going under.
Exactly. We lost the running game in football. It's not even fun
Totally.
anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely
Now,
not.
okay, so real quick, we're talking earlier to some other legends that have sat in that seat, and about
That's why it's hot.
Yeah.
The seat is a hot seat right now, let me tell
Are
you.
you feeling it? Okay, so you were talking about the sacrifices that your family makes for you to live out your dream to be a professional wrestler and be a successful professional wrestler, performing at a very, very high level. Do you find that when you come here, it's a opportunity to be around people who are also on a day-to-day basis going through the same struggles?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, because of the fact that these are people, everybody that's here is here because they love this business. Their heart is in this business.
Right.
And I think that's one common thread that we all have is that all of us have embraced the sacrifices that are necessary to be in this business.
Right.
And, where you see it, on an occasion in the locker rooms that you happen to be in as you're wrestling for various promotions or, throughout the industry. But you got weekend warriors and you have warriors. And CAC, this is where the warriors are.
Well, I'm gonna leave it right there because that was perfect. That's a perfect example, or an analogy, excuse me, of what is actually going on here at the Cauliflower Alley Club. This organization is just now celebrating their 50th anniversary. It's been around a long time. It is probably the best kept secret in our industry, and thanks to wrestlers like you who help us promote it within, our own industry, that we can get the word out there. It's a great organization, and you are an amazing wrestler. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much, Little Egypt. I appreciate this opportunity.
You're too sweet. This is Little Egypt, and we'll buzz you later.